Hi everyone, we are today doing Delay the Disease exercise class number 4 for the Scenic Hills Senior Center. And so just a couple things. The first thing is we'll do a couple of exercises, only a couple with some type of weight. So if you have dumbbells or soup cans or water bottles or something to add some weight, that would be helpful, but not necessary. And then the other thing is today we're going to do a little less of the fitness focus and a little more brain work with some brain teasers and multitasking exercises. So really you'll be physically tired by the end, but our brain should get a good workout today as well. So anyway, we're going to start with our wake-up call. The first thing we're going to do is just inhale and exhale. So I want you really to focus on your posture. I want you just seated upright, pretending like there's a string from the top of your head up to the ceiling, kind of pulling your spine upward. I want your shoulders relaxed. And I want you to breathe all the way down. I want you to take that breath and all the way down into your belly and then exhale that air, okay? We're gonna do that 4 times. Here we go. Continue to inhale and exhale like that, but like one arm up overhead. If you can, if your range of motion doesn't allow for this, then don't bring that arm up. We're just gonna come straight over. I want you to breathe in as we come down and out as we come up. One more time. In and out. Nice. Now let's do that on the other side. In and out. In and out. Good. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is just put on lotion. So we're going to get those hands and wrists warmed up. I just want you to put lotion all over your wrist and your hands. The purpose of this is just to get blood flowing, to get warmed up and ready to go. So we're moving through our hands. Good. All right, roll those wrists. I just want you to roll those wrists 5 times in one direction, and then 5 times in the opposite, and then 5 times up and down. Good. Okay, and now we're going for shoulder circles. So we're going to take our shoulders big, and then come back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, and down. Now let's switch opposite way. So we're gonna go back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down. One more time, back, up, forward, and down. All right, we're gonna wake up the face. So we're gonna start by blinking. I just want you to look, actually let's go ahead and look forward, and I want you to blink 4 times. Here we go. All right, now to the right. Left. Up. Down. Forward again. Here we go. Blinking sometimes becomes less frequent when someone has Parkinson's, and so practicing, we've talked about making these things habit, so practicing these things kind of keeps our brain stimulated and remembering them to continue. All right, next thing we're going to do is a few facial expressions. So I would like for you guys to scrunch your face and then look surprised. So we're going to bring everything in, scrunch, look surprised. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Here we go. And last time. All right, remember we do these together, but probably the best thing you can do is practice them at home in front of a mirror, because sometimes we think we're doing the expression when in fact it's not what we think it is. And so remember to be practicing those at home. All right, so we're gonna move down into the core of the body, and we're gonna start seated upright, and then we're just gonna keep our back straight, but we're gonna bend forward, center, back, center. Let's go ahead and do this. Forward, center, back, center. Your core is having to move. It's being stimulated here to hold your body in an upright position. Good. Forward, center, back, center. Forward, center, back, center. 2 more times. Forward, center, back, center. Forward, center, back, center. Excellent. And guys, I would encourage you while you're at home to say these things out loud with me. Not only does it keep you on track, but it helps you practice your voice projection as well. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is just bring our leg up. So we're moving down into our legs, and we're just gonna do foot circles. But here's where we start to add a little bit of brain work, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna circle it out 5 times in one direction. So we're gonna count up to 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction, counting down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now we're going to go up and down, and we're going to count by 5s going up. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and last one for 30. Excellent. Okay, now next one. I want you to sit as upright as possible. Okay, and we're going to go in one direction, counting up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to circle back around for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this one's going to be a little different. We're going to count down by 3s, starting at 30. So every time we go up, that's one number, 30, and then down will be 27. So every time we go up or down, we're counting down, okay? So we're gonna start with 30, here we go. 30, 27, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, and 0. Now guys, there are going to be a lot of tricky things we're doing here. This is not to discourage you. This is just to stretch our brain a little bit, to make us really have to think about these things and to have to do more than one thing at a time, because that's how things are. And so, you know, if you don't get right on with me, that's okay. You can always come back to this video. I would encourage you to, and practice it, you know, as frequently as you want. The brain teasers can be practiced as often as you want. Okay, so last one of our wake up call, we're gonna do foot taps. So we're gonna start with just our foot facing forward, okay? And we'll do both of these at the same time. So we're gonna, and if you need to just do one at a time, that's okay as well. We're gonna tap 10 times. We're gonna tap our toes 10 times. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you have to go faster or slower than I am, that's okay. Now, we're going to take our feet to the right. So we're gonna go to the right, and we're gonna tap them to the right 10 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now to the left. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. We're warming up the ankles plus strengthening the muscles in the front of the legs that help pick up your foot when you walk. Okay, now we're gonna go side to side for 10 total. Here we go. So side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick up those toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right, now we're gonna go into a little bit of seated brain teaser exercises, but first we're gonna start with just a short bout of seated cardio. We know that our brain is more sticky after we've gotten our heart rate up, so I really want you to give it all you've got for these first few exercises, and then we'll move into our brain teasers. So I'm gonna do, actually, everything we do in this section is gonna be 30 seconds long. So I'm gonna get my timer ready here. And so once I start this, within 5 seconds, we're gonna start, and we'll start first with marches, okay? Now I'm gonna put my arms up overhead. You follow me how you can best. If your arms need to be down, that's okay as well. All right, turn up this. Here we go, we're going to go with marching. Here we go. I'm just taking my arms up to really get the heart rate up, okay? So however you wanna do this, if you wanna march big like this, but I want big legs, high knees. All right, we'll take a short break after this, and I would like jumping jacks from your chair. So remember, both arms are moving, and one leg at a time for the next one. Good job. Okay, so the next one will be jumping jacks. We've got 10 seconds. And remember, this one is just out, out, together. Here we go, 30 seconds. Really move those arms as big as you can, all right? As big as you can and as fast as you can, still maintaining safety. All right, good job. We've got 10 seconds. And then we've got a break, and we're gonna do punches. Nice, okay. Now I'm gonna march with my punches. If that's too confusing for you, you can just simply do the punches. All right, but we're gonna do that next, and then we're gonna add some multitasking in with that. Here we go. Remember, you're punching at a target. I don't just want you throwing your arms out there. Keep your elbows soft. Don't walk out those elbows when you punch. Okay, we're gonna add some multitasking. So the next one will be to march, but your arms are gonna go forward and backward at the same time, okay? So they're gonna stay together for this one. Here we go. Starting with this. And again, you might be marching slower than I am. That's okay. I just want you to try to be consistent. Get a rhythm going there. We've got 10 seconds. Guys, I'd encourage you to stay with me for as long as you can, but if you need to take breaks, that's okay. All right, we're gonna continue to march, but this time we're gonna take the same arm and same leg. Okay, so we're challenging our brain a little bit here. So same arm, same leg for up to 30 seconds. Here we go. Good workout. Good job. It's like that arm is pulling up that leg. All right, now to get a little trickier, opposite arm and leg, which is really how we walk, okay? So opposite arm and leg. All right, here we go. High knees, high arms. Those legs might be getting a little tired. We're gonna do something different next. 10 seconds. Good, okay. Now we're switching. This time, we're going to go legs and arms out, legs and arms in. Okay, so we're starting with that, and then we're going to do a progression with that. All right, so here we go. So, I'm gonna go out, in, out, in. Your core is having to do some of the work to keep you upright. Good. Out, in, out, in. We've got 10 seconds. Nice. Good. Okay, now we're going to go out on the same side, in, out, on the same side, in. Okay? We're gonna do that, and then we have one more after that. Here we go. So out, in, out, in. Out, in, out, in. Good. Turn your head. If you can, if it makes you dizzy, don't do this, but I want you just to slightly look in the direction of your hand. That neck moving. We'll do some stretching here later. Good. Keep the shoulders relaxed. I tend to bring them up. Good. Okay, last one and trickiest. We're gonna do opposite arm and leg. Okay, so out with one arm and opposite leg, in, out, in. Here we go. Good. Make them as big as you can. Lifting that foot off the floor, bringing it in and out. Guys, after this one, we're going to do some standing exercises. So get ready to stand with me. Nice job. Good job. Okay, we're going to stand next. Okay, guys, so we are going to do some standing exercises with our multitasking. The first thing we're going to do, though, is standing up and down to a chair. So I want you guys to think of a couple things here. I'm doing really kind of the maximum that someone should be doing. So if you can't do the full exercise, there are tons of modifications you can do, and I do need you to challenge yourself to stay safe. So I'm going to actually sit down to the chair, lift my feet up a little bit, and then stand back up, and I'm going to do that 10 times. Now I know some of you are very fast with it, others of you need more time. And so I want you, if you can't do 10, by the time I move on to the next thing, I just want you to do as many as you can, okay? Now there are all kinds of ways to challenge yourself when standing up and sitting down. I'm probably gonna put my hands across my chest, but when you get down, if you cannot, I want you to try to stand on your own as best you can, but if you cannot, use something to help you stand up. Even if it's the chair and your leg, okay? Now, if you absolutely cannot get up on your own, you can always squat and stand up, okay? So here we go. We are going to sit down. Make sure you don't miss that chair. Now I'm gonna lift my feet a little bit and come back up, okay? So down, lift my feet, and back up. There's 2. Up and stand back up. 3, good, down. 4, down, up for 5, good, down, lift, up, 6, down, up, 7, down, up, stand up for 8. Nice, you're going at a pace that works for you. 9, and last one. Good. All right, that's a pretty challenging one to start with. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put my chair off to the side, but you wanna have something available to you to help with balance as needed. We're gonna do hip circles next, okay? So we're gonna do 10 in one direction, counting up, and then 10 in the other direction, counting down. Here we go, okay? So circles with your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure those knees are soft, don't lock them out. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, now opposite direction, starting with 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, so now we're going to do standing squats, okay? So we're not gonna sit down to the chair, but I do want you to have a chair nearby or something that you can hold on to if you need it. And we're going to squat. Now I'm gonna put my arms up and then down as I come up, all right? How your arms are is up to you, but I do want you to squat down. Now when we do that, remember your weight is on your heels. I want you to keep that chest proud and stick that butt back, okay? So we're protecting those knees and that back. All right, now here's the tricky part. So when we go down, we're counting up by ones. So we go 1, now we come up and we're counting down by ones, starting with 10. It's confusing. I'm probably gonna mess it up. I have to admit to you, I have a cheat sheet here so I don't make it too crazy messed up for you guys. But this is again something you can practice on your own to get better at, and I would encourage you to if you are having issues with it like I've noticed I am. So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna start now, we're gonna go down. So 1, 10, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5, this will be our last one, and 6. Good job. Okay, that is not easy. We're doing two things at once. We're exercising and trying to keep track of the numbers in our head. So that's one you can keep practicing. All right, so now we're going to go toes to heels. So again, on this one, don't rock back so far that you're stumbling backwards. I'm going to take a different arm up with me each time I go up on my toes, okay? If that's a safety concern for you, you can do half of them on one side of your chair and half on the other, okay? So we're gonna do 10 of these. Here we go. So we're gonna go 1, up high, back on your heels. 2, and back. 3, 4, remember to lift those toes when you get down to the bottom. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay. Now we're going to do the 3-point drill. If you remember from class, we had kind of a triangle of cones or something that you stood next to. Your foot is going to, one foot is going to stay stationary, the other one is going to come forward, and then you're going to come back. Now, if balance is an issue for you and you need to stop in the middle, that's okay. But I want you to take as big a step as you can, okay? So you're going to pretend like you're taking a step forward and then back, okay? Now, we're going to make that a little more difficult. We're going to count in Spanish. I apologize if you really speak Spanish and you're listening to me, I'm going to butcher these numbers. We're going to count up to 10 and then we're going to switch, okay? So stay on one side, here we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, got a little off balance there, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, we're gonna do that on the other side. Here we go. As big as steps as you can. Again, if you can't go my speed, that's okay. I apologize, this can get kind of confusing since I can't see what you're doing. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, cinco, seis, ocho, nueve, diez. Good, excellent. Okay, and then the last one we're going to do standing is actually a squat with a leg extension. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn my chair and do these from the side so you can kind of see what I'm doing. It might get a little more complicated if I'm doing it facing you. So I'm going to face like this. Now you can hold on to your chair if you need to, or you don't have to. But what we're going to do is we're going to squat and then take our leg back, okay? As we're doing this, we're squeezing that glute muscle, okay? So strengthening that muscle. I don't want you really arching your back, I just want you lifting that leg, okay? Now we're gonna make this more difficult. We're gonna do this 10 times total, and each time you lift your leg, I want you to name a state. Now I feel like I know my states, but when I'm put on the spot like this, it becomes more difficult. So I want you to just think 10 different states as we do this. Here we go. So we're gonna squat, Ohio, squat, California. You should be saying states at home. Squat, New Mexico, squat, Michigan, squat, Florida, squat, Utah, squat, Idaho, squat, Connecticut, squat, Maine, squat, Oregon. Nice, okay. So these are ways to really challenge your brain, trying to do an exercise and thinking of something at the same time. All right, so guys, we are going to go ahead and do the last portion of our exercise seated. So if you want to join me, we'll go ahead and have a seat and move on. You'll need your weights for this next one. Okay guys, we're seated. I have to give a disclaimer here. Between standing and being seated, my young son reminded me that I missed siete, which is 7. So I went from, I think, 6 to 8 when I was doing my Spanish counting. Leave it to me to mess something up like that. I apologize to anyone that I've maybe offended with that. My son is better at Spanish than I am. All right, so we're gonna do a couple exercises with our dumbbells. We're going to start with shoulder presses. Now, some of you have a range of motion that's very limited. If you can't raise your arms all the way up overhead, that's okay. Just do what you can, okay? And we're going to do A, E, I, O, U. So we're going to just count like that out loud. Okay, so you're projecting your voice for this. Here we go. So we go A, E, I, O, U. Nice job. Okay, now we're going to go out and back in, and we're going to go backwards. And because I messed up the last thing we did, I'm probably going to use my cheat sheet, which is not really a brain teaser. So we're going to go U, O, I, E, A. Nice job. Okay, rest for a minute. We're going to repeat that. So up and then forward. Here we go. So A, E, I, O, U. All right, here we go. U, O, I, E, A. Nice job. Okay, we've still got our dumbbells. Now for this next one, we're going to tap. Okay, so one hand to the opposite knee. So we're going to tap, out, reach, pull. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do this a few times on each side. All right, so tap, out, reach, pull. Tap, out, reach, pull. Tap, out, reach, pull. 2 more times. Tap, out, reach, pull. Last time. Tap, out, reach, and pull. Good. Okay, on the other side now. Tap, out, reach, pull. Tap, out, reach, pull. Tap, out, reach, pull. 2 more times. Tap, out, reach, pull. Last time. Tap, out, reach, pull. Excellent. Okay, we're gonna put those dumbbells down. And for this next one, we're going to do leg extensions. Now, the level 1 exercise would be to keep your feet flat on the floor and you kick it out. So there's 1. And we're going to do up to 10 on one side, okay? Now, if you can, for any amount of time, keep your leg up and just kick it out from here. I want you to do that. Now, if it gets tired and you need to take it down, no problem. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, guys. Okay, again, if you need to take it back down to the floor, that's okay. I challenge you to do as much as you can up off the floor. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead, since we've worked the leg some, we're gonna just do a hamstring stretch. So I want that heel on the ground, the toe pointing up, the hips are a hinge, and we're just gonna bend forward and hold. Remember to breathe. Up, and now the other way. Okay, a few more brain teasers before we finish our stretching. We're gonna start first with fists, okay? So, you're going to say with me, open, close, okay? We're gonna do that several times. Here we go. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Last time, open, close. Now we're going to do opposite. We're going to say opposite of what we're doing, okay? So we're going to go close, open, close, open. Say it with me. Here we go. Close, open. Close, open, close, open. Last time, close, open. Good. Okay, and I saved the hardest one for last, and I'm having a really hard time getting this one down, but I know it's possible. I want 2 fists, okay? I want on one hand your pinky out, and on the other your thumb up, okay? Now we're going to switch that. The goal of this is that you get faster and faster as you do it. Wow, just when I speed it up, I mess it up. So here we go. We're gonna try this together. We're gonna come in and switch. In and switch. In and switch. In, so it's fist. Oop, I did it wrong. Fist. And then you do finger or thumb. Fist, finger and thumb. Fist, finger and thumb. You're alternating which is doing what. All right, guys, this is an easy one to practice at home to really keep that brain alert, functioning at high capacity. Good. Really impress someone once you get this down. Oh, and I just messed it up when I said that. All right, so just back and forth. Good. All right, now I'll give your brain a break. We're just gonna do some stretching and then we're finished. All right, guys, so you're gonna hug yourself. I want you to pay attention to which arm is on top. All right, reach around as far as you can to those shoulder blades. Watch those shoulders, this shouldn't create pain. I want you to take a big breath in and let it out. Now from here, I just want you to move side to side. Remember to breathe. You don't have to twist too far, just gently. And back. Good. Okay, now we're going to switch which arm is on top. You may notice you have flexibility on one side of the body a little more than on the other. Breathe in. And out. And just side to side. Breathing in and out. Nice and gentle. And done. Nice. Okay, I'm going to take one arm up and overhead. Again, if that's difficult for you, you can lean to the side. The other arm is going to go behind my back, so you can actually see my hands maybe over on this side. So I'm going to just go over and behind, breathing in and out. Wiggle those fingers if you can. Back up. Good. And now to the other side. All right, we'll do a few cat-cow stretches. So we're gonna do cat, bring your chin down towards your chest, arch your back, let that breath out, breathe in and come up. Down. And back up. And down. And then back to center. All right, from here, what I want you to do is take your legs a little wide, okay? I want you to put your hands on your legs, and I just want you to turn, okay? Now, I don't want you to focus so much on really getting that spine as far as you can, but I want you to turn, kind of face a wall, and then I want you to look back behind you as far as you can, okay? So I'm gonna look, and now my neck is gonna keep going. I'm gonna look behind me, breathe in and out. Over that shoulder. And back to the center. Good. Okay, now to the other side. Turn around, look beyond my shoulder. Nice job, guys. Last one, I'm just gonna have you pick up that knee and curl toward the knee, forehead toward your knee. It doesn't have to touch. Down. And the other side. This will be our last stretch, and then we're finished. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thank you for hanging with me. This is a good one to return to anytime you want to work that brain. I'll see you here in about a week.